Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi bersama gue Andri, Pribadi. Sekarang kita mainkan lagi Revelation lagi kawan-kawan. Kita melanjutkan main quest saya dulu karena gue belum main ke sub quest dan segala macam. Karena nih kalau kalian mau lihat gue tinggal satu hari mungkin. Rookie. Ini nih sebenarnya yang gue incer gitu kan. Cuma gue nggak tahu nih bisa dapat semua atau enggak gitu loh. Karena jujur susah gitu loh. Untuk ini, yaudahlah kita lanjut aja dulu. Gue bener-bener bete karena main gamenya terlalu ini gitu loh untuk game ini.
Seperti learned from MingYue.
At last, all our efforts paid off. So long, once again, we've found new clues regarding the long-lost three divine artifacts.
Ngomong ke orang mau berak si Longhongi ini.
Artifacts? Clues?
Haha! Perfect timing. Do you remember those runes you saw earlier? Well, as far as I know, these runes are similar to the Scripture Academy's discovery from the transcriptions on the Wheel of Fortune a long time ago. Aside from that, the record itself is nowhere to be found.
Wheel of Fortune?
Have you ever heard of the three divine artifacts?
No, not that I remember. So, the three divine artifacts, huh? I bet that they are related to the three artifacts that we're looking for right now.
Yes, they do. The three divine artifacts are in fact the artifacts held by the three founders of the Adventurers Guild. However, so many years have passed, and they're all lost in time.
Ngomongnya itu serak banget.
The fact that each adventurer has with them are imitations, based on the real ones from the three founders. As you might have already imagined, among them, the original Destiny Compass is, that's right, the Wheel of Fortune.
Huh? So, what you mean is that the scripture I saw the other day has something to do with the compass?
Yes, that's correct. What you saw in the trial domain is the scripture engraved on the Wheel of Fortune.
Kecil banget suaranya, coba bentar.
Like exactly?
Takut gue kekecilan ini ya. Oke.
You mean those runes that came out of nowhere and onto my body just before you came for us, mister?
Please, try to recall it, then show it to us.
Menggambar lagi. Ini jujur menggambar seperti ini menyebalkan tau nggak? Kemana lagi kan gua nggambar bodoh banget, Andri. Ini gue cuma mengisi doang nih. Mengisi yang tidak diisi. Oke. Aha. Apa yang titik-titik? Terus kayak orang parkir lagi si Longhongi-nya ini. Pemandangan yang belum pernah dilihat muncul di depan mata. Yep, what's this? Ikuti panah, oke. Ini monyet, entar di monyet itu.
Is this really what you wish for? To linger in this world in such a miserable state? Even I can't imagine what kind of price you'll pay. In the distant future, at the end of time, are you sure you'll never ever be seized with remorse?
Fisik, iya.
Who can tell what will happen tomorrow? All I know is that if I don't do this now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
You'd like to set him free, right? or meet him once again.
Ikuti panah, oke.
Yes, I need to meet him once more, whatever it takes. For all those moments that he failed me, he owes me at the very least.
What's this sound?
I don't know.
It seems that the compass is broken.
I still can't believe that there is someone else who is able to perform the art of fate-telling. Have you learned something from the dream?
I'm not sure. I used to have the same dream, but, well, this time it seems that there is something different.
Ada nyanyian, siapa yang bicara?
I heard someone talking, and her voice sounds resolute, but also sad.
Kamu mau mulai apa yang didengar dalam mimpimu?
I can't find any clues that we can use from this little information. Anything else?
Ada nyanyian.
I heard a song as well. Well, a fragment of a song anyway.
As far as I know, each region has their own type of music. So are the feelings conveyed in each piece of music. Perhaps that song you heard is the key to figuring this out. I can tell from the look on your face that you still have some doubts. Don't worry. Just tell us and we'll answer them for you.
Apa itu gospel? Iron gospel?
Yeah, this scripture on the Wheel of Fortune. That's the incantation for the art of fate-telling.
Apa itu vision?
To perceive the stars above, to learn the fate that's hidden, this is the so-called fate-telling. Dreams, scriptures, and the memories of things, they're all connected in this art.
It's an extremely rare talent to be able to see through both the past and the future. Aside from Chin, you are the only one I know who's capable of doing so.
What?
You haven't fully mastered the art of fate-telling, so there isn't much that you can see at this very moment. When you do, in addition to seeing what has happened and what will happen, you might even rewrite them, reversing cause and effect at will.
Oh my god, suara lu bikin sakit kuping loh, Hongyi.
Wow, I have no idea. Since you too, sir, know how to perform the art of fate-telling, can you reverse fate as well?
Our fate is like a torrent of running water. On the way, there will often be cliffs, ravines, reefs, and rocky obstacles. With a strong will, as well as a great amount of effort, we might be able to overcome most of them. Yet still, we are incapable to reverse the rivers, nor can we make the ocean flow into streams. What's done can't be undone, so it's nothing more than a reverie to rewrite our fate. I'd advise you to dispel this idea.
Apa itu mimpi?
Well, that dream you had earlier is part of the art of fate-telling.
Dia ngartiinnya vision di sini, tapi si Honglong ini ngomongnya adalah fate telling. Atau kayak ramalan.
Those fragmented visions and strange dreams.
Mirip artinya. Cuma beda loh vision itu, sekedar vision dong.
It never occurred that these would involve such an extraordinary art. And they're all concerned with the artifacts in the legend as well. None of these seems realistic. Am I having another dream?
Calm yourself. The art of fate-telling is extremely abstract and obscure. It's hard to explain it to you in full detail, and I reckon that it won't be easy for you to fully understand it at this very moment. Instead of obsessing about it, I recommend you to search for that melody in your dream. After all, it's kind of boring to refer to the countless archives, or to listen to the tedious lectures, isn't it? I'm sure that you'll be able to learn something in the course of this search, and get some fun out of it.
You're right, sir. Search for the melody in my dream, huh? Oh, I got it. MingYue seems to have a good knowledge in music. I'm sure she'll be of help.
Putting the art of fate-telling aside, I almost forgot. While you were in the spirit ruins, someone from the sea folk took MingYue back. She's in aquatic bay now. Well, I'll tell you what. Take Duanmu and go to her. Also, send my regards to the head of the sea folk, will ya? Here, take this compass in place of the broken one. While in the field, it's important for an adventurer to have all 3 artifacts.
Aha. Thanks, President. Oh, now that you've mentioned it, could it be that it is the art of fate-telling that broke my compass?
Of course! What else could it be? What, you think you've busted it? Come on! The artifacts of the Adventurers Guild are not that fragile. Duanmu is looking for the information on 3 artifacts in the next room. Go look for it.
Tuanmu.
Senior Duanmu?
Huh? Nyebelin banget suara si Duanmu kalau lagi sini.
What's the matter?
You'd want to hear this, Senior Duanmu. I finally know why I'm so compatible with a compass. Also, I learned what exactly those visions and dreams were all about. Do you know, what I saw in a trial domain was the scripture engraved on the Wheel of Fortune. And guess what? I too can perform the art of fate.
Diulang lagi.
Just like Senior.
Congratulations, then. It seems that there is a special bond between Mr. Chin and you, huh? Is that all?
Ah, no, that's not all. When I was practicing the art of fate-telling, I heard this melody. And Senior told me that it might have something to do with myself. He suggested that we should ask MingYue about it.
Diulang lagi. Kok ini omongannya.
Are you available now, Senior Duanmu? Are you done looking for the information?
Hujan matahari, kunang-kunang kembali, balas budi musang, janji bunga plum, mimpi dalam mimpi, hati kupu-kupu, memang kenapa jika aku monster. Oke, dari hujan matahari dulu. Hujan matahari turun menerus berubah masih menanti pengantinnya di tepi pantai. Kunang-kunang kembali, kunang-kunang memiliki langit dan kunang-kunang menyambut gadis yang suka melihat kunang-kunang. Balas budi musang, kisah bahagia musang dan manusia. Dia tidak ganas, bisa makan. Janji bunga plum, mari bertemu di bawah pohon plum kehidupan berikutnya. Mimpi dalam mimpi. Dunia mimpi berlapis-lapis, keinginan sungguhnya terkunci, tidak ada yang melihat. Hati kupu-kupu, sepasang sayap tanda warna, ya hati yang sama. Memang kenapa jika aku monster yang jelek, apa tidak bisa jadi tokoh utama? Anecdote cool song.
Well. I never imagined that someone as outstanding like Senior Duanmu would slack off.
Someone sent this to me. I can't refuse it.
Is that so? It never occurred to me that there'd be someone that you couldn't refuse, Senior Duanmu.
If it's some kind of challenge, I won't refuse. But if it's some issue brought forth by someone too curious, like you, then trust me, if I can, I'll refuse. Do you have any...
Kecat, sorry.
To go with you to Aquatic Bay to look for MingYue?
Again, they left out some important details, huh? If I'm not mistaken, they'd like you to become a member of my adventure team.
Alright.
Huh? Your adventure team?
Uh-huh. I'm entrusted with the task to search for the long-lost 3 divine artifacts. You seem to be closely connected to the Wheel of Fortune, so they'd like us to take care of this together.
So that is to say, Senior and the President would like me to search for the three divine artifacts with you, Senior Duanmu. Does it mean that if I can find them, I'll finally be able to figure out what exactly the art of fate telling is?
Perhaps. Come on, let's go to Sulam Port and take a boat to Aquatic Bay.
Okay. Oh, right, I'm kind of curious. Do you also have a special relationship with the three divine artifacts, like me?
Yes, in a manner of speaking, I've managed to find certain clues to the three divine artifacts.
Ah, I see. Now I know why that one would come for you, Senior Duanmu.
Bentar, gue pengen denger ininya dulu.
That one, huh?
Oke, sebelum gue lanjutin, gue pengen ngecek rekaman gue dulu karena takutnya mati tengah jalan. Nanti gue balik lagi kawan-kawan. Oke, rekaman gue aman. Kita harus kemana? Ini Aquatic Bay kan? Kenapa nggak teleport saja? Nyebelin si Duanmu, bikin iri tau nggak pesawat-pesawatannya. Ada pemain yang pakai gitu, cuma gue nggak ini. Karena itu hadiah dari pembukaan server.
I remember MingYue had a thing for the crab roe soup bun here. I might as well get her one.
Since we're here, I might as well get myself some honey-stewed cold cake.
Oke.
Oh, speaking of which, I had no idea that Senior Duanmu would be such a big fan for sweet food.
Huh?
I mean, you don't look like someone who would have a sweet tooth.
You don't seem to be too nosy either.
I understand, sir. I regret to inform you. Every time they hit the shelves, they'll soon be...
You've got to be kidding.
It's true, sir. And see, the music festival
Anjir.
is not only a...
Oh, come on.
Face actornya hilang-hilangan.
Refuse to make a deal, is that it? I'll be waiting here. If you can't find a ticket for me, then you'll never...
Hey, that's not very nice, don't you?
For the Master's glory! For the Master's dignity! Mark my words, this isn't over.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. We're lucky that you are here to fend him off.
Nah, it's nothing. What was that all about?
Well, that unreasonable customer is one of the masters from the May family. There are no more available tickets to the Shifu
Apa tadi?
Music Festival.
Langsung jeger.
Well, you know the rest.
I see. So, the Shihu Music Festival, huh? I can't recall if I've ever been to one.
Uh-huh. The Shifu Music Festival held for 7 consecutive days, and today is the last day. Well, I can tell from your clothes that you're adventurers, right?
No,
Are you
I'm
here for the
magician.
music festival too?
Dari bajunya deh, kalian petualang ya kan? Enggak, bukan.
we
Lihat
got
baju gue
here as
penyihir.
someone in Aquatic Bay.
Gue paling pakai baju gini gitu kan.
I see. I'll arrange a boat for you then. This way, please.
Oke, ada suara orang ngaji kan kawan. Mohon maaf kalau misalkan masuk ke dalam rekaman. Oh ya, kemarin gue menang gue menang inventory, dapat bandage emas. Jadi kayak logonya logo emas sekarang kalau kalian lihat samping nama gue.
Hey, get on the ship here.
Speaking of which, the last time we went to the music festival, we weren't asked for tickets.
That's right. Tickets are not usually required, and everyone can just join the festival. But every year, the last day of the music festival would have the Sea Folks sacrifice ceremony. It is an essential ceremony under the ocean, and only people who are invited can attend.
huh? There's a door on that rock over there.
Oh, itu.
That's the sanctuary of the glorious sea.
That's also an attraction. It's said that it is from Glorious Sea, the hometown of the sea folks.
Iya, dia masih ngomong, gue udah masuk scene.
I heard that if you go through it, you can go to another world. But I don't know whether it's true or not.
Nyanyian Sigat chapter
The
4.
conch house is straight ahead.
Ini kalau nggak salah sampai chapter 9 deh.
Positive review.
Oh, so you're friends of the Saintess? How rare. We never imagined the Saintess making friends with someone as outstanding as Guan Wuchang, the shapeshifter, from that little trip of hers. She's indeed the Saintess blessed by the sea deity, far more fortunate than what the High Priestess foretold.
Saintess? You mean MingYue?
Yes, of course. MingYue, the perfect name for the Saintess. She whom the sea folk have been waiting for more than 1,000 years. Sadly, the Saintess is not well at this very moment. The High Priestess is tending to her in the sea deity's eye. Without the High Priestess's permission, no one is allowed to go there. You might not be able to see her today, I'm afraid.
Wait, not well? And the High Priestess is looking after her. Why? Is MingYue okay?
Could it be that she was wounded in the domain by the end of the trial?
Since the Saintess never mentioned anything to anyone, I'm sorry, but I have no idea. As I recall, as soon as the Saintess got back to Aquatic Bay, she went straight to Sea Deity's Eye. For this reason, we think that she might be wounded. I'll inform the Saintess of your arrival. However, I don't know when she'll be available to come and meet you. Will this suffice?
All right then. Here, this is her favorite soup bun. Please, give it to her, okay? I knew it. When she confronted that man in the trial domain, she looked kind of pale.
In order to stand up to the scorching nether fire, she performed an art that she hasn't fully mastered, which, as expected, comes with a price.
MingYue's wounded because of us. I'm worried.
Aduh, cepet banget abisnya ini Red Pack.
You still want to see her, huh?
Ah, bodoh. Gue lagi petualangan.
Uh-huh. I'm sure she'll be happy when she sees that crab roast soup bun. Don't you think?
Alright then. Sea Deity's Eye is not far from here. Follow me.
Ini gue nyari satu lagi di situ
Why
belum
does it
ketemu,
sound
bingung.
so reluctant? You obviously want to visit MingYue too, Senior Duanmu.
Gue nemu satu tapi ada dua, satu lagi gue gak tahu di mana.
It looks very deep.
Tuh, suara motor ya kenceng banget.
That's Sea Deity's Eye.
Oke.
It's guarded, as expected. It seems we can't just barge in. What do we do now?
Don't look at me. Sea Deity's Eye is a shrine of the sea folk. It's said that the High Priestess guards it herself. I've never been inside it either.
Can't we slip in? How about we cast an invisibility spell on ourselves? Or maybe transform into fish?
Transform into a fish? Well, that's a good idea.
Alright then, I think I know why others call Senior Duanmu the shapeshifter.
Jadi ikan. Oke.
Senior Duanmu's art of transformation works.
Mana senior Duanmu-nya?
Who dares disturb me?
Waduh.
Begone, trespasser!
Diketawain sih ya.
Now, be honest with me, Senior Drummer. You did this on purpose, didn't you?
Why so sad? Sea Sweet is an epic of heroes.
Oh, someone's there.
Well, what a coincidence. He's an old friend of mine. Come and say hello.
As far as I'm concerned, the epic of heroes should be magnificent, impassioned, and shocking. Yet the songs and dances of today are rather mournful than flowery, which is a pity. What Ancestor Cholwen and Ancestor Nyanyian did for the sea folk a millennium ago is like a clear moon illuminating the Shimmer Sea. Although they both met their demise in the end, they wouldn't be in such a tragic state.
Is that so? For many, no doubt, he is a hero, the incarnation of the sea deity. But for my family, he's a heart-wrenching loss.
Oke,
Master
selesai.
musician, what song are you studying?
Duanmu. What
Tuanmu.
brings you here? It's very rare for you to come to Aquatic Bay. I should have received you and entertained you myself. Please, forgive me for this impoliteness.
Are you Duanmu's companion, mister? I know exactly how you feel. The Shimmer Sea is magnificent and beautiful. It is such a pleasure to swim in it, am I not right? You can just swim to your heart's content and break into song.
Pardon?
Iya, gue juga gak ngerti maksudnya apa.
Well, as you're now soaked to the skin, he thinks that you've indulged yourself in the sea, swimming like a naughty child.
I am naughty, you know.
It seems that I'm overthinking this. I'm sorry. As there are many who have lost themselves in the grandeur of the Shimmer Sea, I mistook the mister to be one of them. Anyhow, as the host, I can't let you be in such a state any longer. I remember that there are some spare clothes back in my place.
Where is it?
I'll go fetch them then.
Thanks. If it wasn't for that sea monster, I wouldn't be in such a sorry state.
Sea monster? Oh, I see. Well, if the High Priestess finds out that the spirit she created, the combination of tides and currents, the guardian of the shrine, was called a sea monster, I'm afraid she'll draw out her bone halberd, and then...
Sorry, but what do you mean?
He means that what you've encountered around Sea Deity's Eye was the tidal spirit that the High Priestess of the Sea Folk keeps. So don't call it a sea monster, will ya? Or the High Priestess will see to it herself that you'll be sliced into tiny little bits.
Sea Deity's Eye is where the Sea Deity came to rest, where he fell into eternal sleep. It's the shrine for the Sea Folk. Now, the Saintess of the Sea Folk, the only one, is also there for rest and recuperation.
Here are the clothes, eldest master. Miss Chao Yue is now occupied in a series of affairs that concern the sea deity's fiesta. He ordered me to deliver these clothes.
Oke, baju silfork, ganti baju bersih.
The eldest master?
Ini agak bete questnya. Bosen.
Yes, Seafoam, the eldest master of the Sea Folk, and also an old friend of mine.
I thought
30
you were
hari.
nothing more than a musician.
Tapi gue kurang suka bajunya.
Thanks for these clothes, eldest master. I'll be candid with you. The reason why Senior Drummer and I came all the way here to Aquatic Bay is to visit MingYue.
Oh, So you're the senior that MingYue has always talked about. As I see it, the title of Saintess is like a cage made of thistles and thorns. MingYue is like a nightingale that has been cooped inside it in solitude, to which I'm worried. At last, this lone bird's found herself another bird who's willing to fly with her to the endless sky, and perhaps here's her heart's desire.
What is he talking about?
He's happy that MingYue has made herself a friend who's able to understand and care for her. Speak English, okay?
But your name is
I
in
see.
Chinese.
Well, MingYue is not that hard to understand. You, on the contrary, are extremely difficult. Although, I never imagined that she'd be the saintess of the sea folk.
Yes, she is, the one and only. As legends have it, at the end of the sea, there is a gate that leads to the birthland of the sea folk, the glorious sea. Apart from the saintess, who's been blessed by the sea deity, no one is able to open it. Since Chao Ge, the saintess of the Chao family, and Hai Chenyin, the saintess of the Hai family, took their last breath a millennium ago, there hasn't since then
Sorry, kepencet.
the overwhelming longing for the glorious sea, the long-cherished dream for each and every sea folk, has been imposed on that delicate body of hers. It's too heavy for her. As thus, MingYue has no choice but to refrain herself, cultivating under the guidance of the High Priestess in silent corridor. She seldom goes out. What's worse, the High Priestess is devoted to serve Sea Deity with all her heart and soul, which the Sea Folk regard the High Priestess with reverence, so they dare not listen
Pencet lagi sama
to
gue kira udah selesai.
not a single sympathy or joy. MingYue never had friends, nor had she ever smiled. Deep in MingYue's heart, she always wanted freedom.
Udah. Ntar gue pencet atau dialognya lagi. Kayak nyebelin.
If truth be told, the title of Saintess is more than a cage made of thistles and thorns. It's a chain, a tempest, and an arid desert. And having a friend is like a rain in that desert. It'll be much appreciated if you can continue to take care of her.
Rest assured, eldest master, we will. However,
Tapi kembali ke kampung halaman, apa aku tiba-tiba buruk?
In the eyes of most sea folks, Aquatic Bay may be beautiful, but it is not home. Only in the glorious sea they ever rest their soul.
Stubborn.
Thousands of years, generations of sea folk did their best to return, but the glorious sea is no longer just their homeland. It became their faith.
Oh, who was it that said, instead of chasing illusory glorious sea, I would rather go to the desert and snowfield with you?
Perhaps every sea folk wants to return to the sea, and I am just different from them. According to legend,
Oke, seperti
the
apa floating
glorious
wheel?
sea is much prettier than Aquatic Bay. The sea merges the sky with a round moon. You can hear people's songs and poems everywhere. It is a pity that most of those bright pearls have now been lost.
it sounds beautiful. It would be nice to see it with my own eyes.
We already forgot the beauty of the glorious sea, and only a few poems came with us to this town. Please accept this.
Apa ini?
It's the sea deity's orb. It should help you move freely underwater. I'd like to invite you to the sea, to the Sihu Music Festival.
Itu yang mereka sebut tiket festival musik?
Exactly. Tonight, there will be a performance of Sea's Suite, inherited from the glorious sea. Please be there.
No problem. Sea's sweet.
Suara laut itu nama penulisnya, maksudnya suara laut? Suara laut itu nama penulisnya?
Right. The composer is Nyanyian, the saintess of Hai's clan a millennium ago.
Sepertinya Holiness pandai bermusik.
Of course, the sea deity blesses the singing voice of the sea folk saintess.
Oke, sebelum gue lanjut, gue ngecek dulu rekaman gue dulu, takut mati dan segala macam, nanti gue balik lagi. Kelihatannya aman.
It's still early. It'll be a waste for us to continue standing here chatting, don't you think? How about we take a stroll around and admire the magnificence of the Shimmer Sea? I, of course, will be the guide.
If that's the case, I'd like to go to the Tree of Fate to mourn for the deceased.
Oke, pohon fate. Nggak pas banget bajunya, bentar-bentar. Gue pengen hapus topinya. Oke. Ini bajunya dua gue bagus, cuma gue nggak tahu.
Look ahead, fellow visitors. This is the coral platform, known far and
Holy mama, sayapnya itu menyebalkan sekali. Bagus banget.
Yes, this is where the Cloud Sound renowned Shifu Music Festival will take place. Do you know? Although it's well received among the people of Cloud Song, it, as a matter of fact, is not a Cloud Song originated festival. It's the most important festivals of the Sea Folk, similar to the New Year festival at Cloud Song. It's called Sea Deity's Departure by the Sea Folk. It is said that the reason why the Sea Folk have set up this festival is to commemorate Chao Wen, the ancestor of the Sea Folk, who gave his life to save Aquatic Bay from untold miseries a millennium ago. Chao Wen, the ancestor of the Sea Folk, is believed to be the incarnation of the sea deity. Every year, on this day, they hold the Sea Deity's Fiesta in Aquatic Bay. It is filled with songs and dances in memory of their ancestors. As time passes, bit by bit, the costumes of the sea folk
Nggak pas bajunya tau nggak untuk gua.
into Cloud Song, and the people of Cloud Song begin to take an active part in this fiesta. People get to experience the unique culture and admire the civilization, as well as songs and dances of the sea folk. It's been a millennium, and it is now the Shifu Music Festival that's well known by all in the Cloud Song.
Who could have imagined that the fiesta in memory of the ancestors would become a festival that entertains the masses? I don't want to admit it, but it seems that the ancestors have been well forgotten. Although the legends of the sea deity are known around the world, no one's noticed the sites of that deity deeply buried in the sea.
The common end for any hero that served their purpose.
Yes, today's the sea deity's departure. The epic of the sea folk will be on stage in this evening.
Oke.
If you are invited, my friends, you mustn't miss it.
Terbangnya otomatis lucu banget.
Some of our old friends have gone, yet the flowers still bloom and wither in time, like nothing's happened, nothing's changed.
I'll go find some flowers and pay my respects.
Di mana lagi? Oh, itu dia. Coba gunakan bunga berwarna oh, ini. Apa sih? Setel ulang. Oh alah. Ngomong ditarik gitu kan. Kan kita nggak ngerti.
How mournful, but also moving. It seems that all beautiful stories in this world always come with a tragic end. Yet those that are about to fade and those that have faded away are the most beautiful of all.
Beautiful? Well, more like foolish if you ask me, especially when it comes to those in the spirit realm.
As I see it, among the three of them, the Starbloom spirit is the most fortunate of all. Although it was in the guise of another's name, it got what it wanted, to be with the one it loved for the rest of its time. In comparison to loved ones getting separated, this might also be a kind of happiness.
Separation between loved ones? I'm sorry to ask, but Master, are you?
Oh, no, I haven't experienced such bitterness myself. However, in search of the glorious sea, I witnessed countless sea folk set sail for the end of the sea. But none of them ever came back. Did you know MingYue's mother is one of them as well? A lot of sea folk are forced to be apart from their loved ones. As I've heard it, you've witnessed the whole story of the flower spirit yourself, haven't you? In that case, what do you think of it?
Flower spirit yang beruntung, flower spirit yang bodoh. Gua nggak tahu.
Among
Bukan
the
yang
three of
beruntung.
them, the flower spirit is the only one who actually got what it wanted. Perhaps it can be considered a blessing. However, if it's possible, I wish that they could have a better ending than this. Parting forever is much too cruel for them.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's possible.
Oke.
How about you, Master? Would separating from the one you loved be the most painful thing in the world?
No, not exactly. If it is the most bitter feeling in the world that we're talking about. Say you are with your loved one,
Oh my god.
not knowing that
Ini
this
gak
person
penting
is
banget
dead,
questnya.
that you lost them long ago, compared to
Ini
an
kalau gua nggak
ultimate
buru-buru
separation.
nggak buru ngejar
I
kayak
think
gini.
this is much more bitter.
Kadang-kadang ada hadiah lumayan dari quest-quest kayak gini.
You haven't changed a bit, huh?
You know me. Rather than being bothered with mundane affairs, I chased after the beautiful things. It's getting dark, and the fiesta is about to begin. Please, follow me. What do you think, Blood Moon? What to you is the most bitter love?
I have no experience in this field.
Gue capek pakai
Even
baju
if you
yang
have no
lama ya.
experience yourself, I'm sure that you must have witnessed some, haven't you? Please, do share with us what you think. On this day every year, the sea folk would gather there in memory of the ancestors, with poems, songs, and dances. On this day every year, the sea folk would gather there in memory of the ancestors, with poems, songs, and dances.
Interesting. Oh.
Is the past recorded in history? The real past?
Ini mulut dari familia gue ini bisa diem gitu loh suaranya. Oke.
Here we are. The fiesta will take place in the deepest parts of this seafloor.
Sebentar.
We're on the seafloor of a shimmer sea. How charming. No exaggeration. This is an altogether different world.
Ooh.
Hey, look. Miss Xiaoyu is over there. Oh, who is the one next to her?
That's asking.
So, rare visitors from the Adventurers Guild. Your attendance to Sea Deity's fiesta is appreciated.
These two are my friends, and they are also friends of MingYue's. They've looked after MingYue very well at the Adventurers Guild. I'm sure that MingYue will be delighted to see them.
As the Saintess is still a capricious little girl, I'm sure that after taking the liberty of leaving Aquatic Bay, she's caused a lot of trouble for both of you at the Adventurers Guild, for which I'm sorry. I'll collaborate with the High Priestess to discipline her for such rebellion in days to come. Thanks for looking after her.
Okay.
I think this is too much, Father.
The chief is very kind, but MingYue has been intelligent and courageous instead of causing trouble. In turn, she's helped us a lot. She's earned favor from Mr. Qin, and the latter's even made an exception to accept MingYue as one of his students. It's been a few days since MingYue has returned to Aquatic Bay. Mr. Qin is starting to worry.
She's become a student of Qin the Magus, the famous S-rank adventurer in Cloud Song?
As much as we wouldn't like to accept, but the heavens are much higher, and the ocean is far vaster in the outside world.
If ancestor Hai Chenyin had restricted herself only to a
Suaranya beda.
millennium ago, I'm sure there'd be no sea sweet.
Since the fiesta's begun, we might as well go offer sacrifices to the ancestors together.
Oh my god, lagging. Terlalu epic ininya, tau nggak lu? Ini. Oh mama, kiss me. Oh no. Waduh, pakai bahasa Chinese. Oh, no, please kill me. Oke. Oh my god, this lagging. Gue nggak mau skip sama sekali, walaupun gue tahu ini. Maafkan atas handphone saya yang budukan kan. Iya. Lo tau gue lagi nepok kepala gue gitu. Maksudnya menjadi adegan yang bagus tapi terlalu nge-lag. Bener-bener nge-lag udah parah. Gue udah gak kuat ngeliatnya. Wah, mukanya kalian ngeliat gak? Karena macet. Astagfirullahaladzim, malam-malam Andri. Ini jam 10 malam. Mukanya. Oke. Sorry, gue skip karena ini.
What brings you here with Senior Dwemer?
Hello, MingYue.
We're here for you, of course. And what a stirring performance.
Ketawanya itu
I understand why the ticket to this music festival.
penuh dengan BS, tau gak tuh? Penuh dengan bullshit sama mukanya itu.
I'm tired.
Sorry,
Get
kepencet.
some rest for today, will ya? We can all catch up tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. It's important to get some sleep when you're tired. Oh, I almost forgot. Have you received the crab roast soup bun?
Yes, of course. It's so tasty.
Thanks.
Kenapa sup pangsit sih? Wanna sleep with me? Hey MingYue?
Well, things that are beautiful often come with a cost. The sea deity's fiesta is so splendid that it must have cost a considerable amount of strain.
Si Daddy.
We'll see you at the silent corridor tomorrow.
But Aunt doesn't like to be disturbed. Not to mention that you and Senior Dormu are from Cloud Song.
Yep, we are.
As this is kind of a special occasion, I'm sure that she'll be okay with it. After all, even a clamshell will need to open up, so its pearl can shine.
Okay. I'll inform Aunt of this in advance as well. See you and Senior Dormu tomorrow.
Please be informed that the eldest masters arranged accommodation for you in the sightseer's attraction. Make yourselves comfortable, okay?
Okay. Itu tadi bagus sebenarnya scene-nya, cuma ya begitulah, macet kawan-kawan. Sorry, tangan gue lagi ini sedikit. Almost fail.
How was last night? As legends have it, the sound of the Shimmer Sea will bring about blessings into our dreams.
Quite well. When shall we go for MingYue?
We should. Since MingYue lives in the sea deity's eye, we should give the High Priestess a visit first. She's eccentric, has a dislike for folks from Cloud Song, and rarely interacts with people. So, please don't mind if she offends you.
If that's the case, why don't we wait until the High Priestess is away?
As far as I know, the High Priestess never, ever stepped outside the sea deity's eye.
Didn't expect the High Priestess to be a shut-in.
And since MingYue lives deep under the sea, don't forget to take the sea deity's orb with you.
Oke. Tips kenakan wing. Gak perlu pakai tips di sini karena kita otomatis.
Halt. I'm sorry, Master, but who are they? According to the High Priestess, outsiders are not allowed to step inside the sea deity's eye.
Don't worry, they're with me. They're here to visit a friend. Or do you not believe me?
Please, come in.
Teksnya itu benar-benar ngaco banget. Kok kalian baca teksnya, tapi kalau ngerti Inggrisnya, omongan lebih. Oke, kita bisa masuk ke sini. Nah, mungkin yang satu lagi ya ada di dalam sini gitu loh. Yang itunya. Oke. Ini apa kok kesini? Ini kok kesini gua? Ini apa? Nyebelin. Okay.
I never imagined that there'd be an altogether different world, deep under the sea.
Impressive, right? We're in Silent Corridor, where the High Priestess and MingYue live in seclusion.
Well, these pieces of coral are different from those outside.
Who? outsiders are not welcome in the Silent Corridor.
Good morning, High Priestess. Allow me to introduce... They are friends of both mine and MingYue. They are here to visit her.
Do you really need me to remind you that you're the eldest master of the Sea Folk? How can you lead these outsiders inside the shrine?
Please forgive us, High Priestess. I can assure you that they are trustworthy, and they're sincerely worried about MingYue.
Since you've already let yourselves in, why bother to visit me and ask for my permission? He's that fish from yesterday? She's that fish from yesterday?
Oh my god. Allah, kaget. Suara itu kenceng 2 kali.
Still asleep, MingYue.
Oh my god. She's sleeping, guys.
Wakey, wakey. We came to see you.
MingYue. Oh my god, ini posisi yang tidak enak.
MingYue?
Gak bagus ketika perempuan lagi tidur kita tidur di palanya loh.
MingYue, wake up. MingYue doesn't look well. Her hands are ice cold, and no matter how hard I try, I can't wake her up.
What? Yin, can you hear me? Yin!
Could it be that she hasn't fully recovered from her wounds? Please, High Priestess, come here. Quick, MingYue's.
Please calm down, mister. The High Priestess is unable to move freely. Please calm down, miss.
Oh my god.
The Priestess is unable to move freely.
Oh my god. Diulang-ulang loh.
How is she?
As the Saintess, MingYue shares a strong connection with the ancestors and Sea Deity. She told me that she once entered the ancestors' dreams while she was asleep. According to her, when she enters the ancestors' dreams, she'd fall into a deeper slumber than usual. But I've never seen it myself. I can't tell if it's normal or not. We have to consult the High Priestess about this.
She's fine. She's fully recovered from her wounds. She's the Saintess of Aquatic Bay, of the Sea Folk. It's not up to outsiders from Cloudsong to worry about her.
If it's not her wounds, then she's been affected by the dreams of the Sea Folk's ancestors, right?
How do you know about that? Unbelievable. Did she tell you this?
No, it's what I told them, as they're afraid that MingYue will never wake up.
Aren't you Tight-Mouth, eldest master of the Sea Folk?
It's not normal for one to have entered into another's dream. As far as I know, it's the feelings hidden deep into one's heart that causes the formation of such dreams. In general, the master of the dream will often be aggressive against those who trespass their dream, intentionally or unintentionally. In other words, for the trespassers, each and everything in that dream will be hostile.
So, if it's true that MingYue's trespassed someone else's dream, isn't she in serious danger now?
I've seen something similar to this while traveling in Cloudsong. Once you're inside someone's dream, you make it trapped. They'll be lost in the dream until their will has been fully burned out.
What should we do to wake MingYue from the ancestors' dream? Please, High Priestess, tell us.
You of all others should know full well that the Sea Folk have never, ever set foot in any arts that are concerned with the dream. Am I right?
What do we do? Can you do something about it, Senior Dwamu?
Oh, me? No, it is you who can do something about it. Don't tell me that you've forgotten. You've learned how to perform the art of face-telling the other day, haven't you? far as I know, every dream has a hub of its own. If you can look into MingYue's dream, understand what exactly it is about, and then unravel its hub, with the help of the art of fate-telling, you should be able to awaken her.
Spy into the Saintess's dream, her thoughts, and even those of the Sea Folk's ancestors. Do you realize how disrespectful this is for the Sea Deity outsiders?
Shut up.
Aren't you worried about MingYue, High Priestess?
At this very moment, MingYue's safety is what matters most. If I remember correctly, the Sea Deity is well known for her tenderness and tolerance. I'm confident that he won't blame us for this.
Very well. Don't say I didn't warn you. It comes with a serious consequence to trespass on others' dreams.
Oke.
So, this is MingYue's dream.
Mimpi jorok nih ternyata katanya. Oke.
Halt! Who goes there? Why do you trespass in my dream?
MingYue, wait, you know that you're now inside your own dream?
Get out of this dream now, or I'll see to it myself.
Kok jadi horor gini?
Are not allowed to look into the mirror.
You?
Oh, it's you. Well, she's right over there.
Apa sih ini?
I have to say, MingYue, this dream of yours is, well, kind of strange.
All right, that's all for today.
Apa ini?
How did you come here, Senior? I mean, this is a dream, after all.
Oke.
Oh, I'm sorry to have you worried, Senior.
Nah, that's alright. But, well, as expected, this dream is dangerous. I mean, with these evil spirits and a figure that resembles you, I was this close to mistaking her for you.
A figure that resembles me? Ah, in a manner of speaking, that's me. A different one, though. That's me as the Saintess of the Sea Folk.
Ini gue lagi diserangin, tau gak lo?
And then she, the other me, appeared. In a sense, she's the Saintess of the Sea Folk, the genuine one. As for those spirits,
Gue lagi dipukulin di belakang sama monster-monster.
Senior, it's time
Suaranya masih di kuping gue.
to sharpen my skills.
Oh, I see. How shall I address this senior?
This is a friend I've made in this dream. And, he is... I don't know his name.
Who's your name again?
Call me what you like. It's okay. Well, normally I'm alone in this dream, so I don't actually need a name. Although MingYue comes here from time to time.
So this is not MingYue's dream, but yours.
Uh-huh. I end up in Senior's dream every now and then. Nevertheless, Senior's very kind to me. He never ever regards me as a trespasser. Senior would tell me things about the outside world and give me directions in how to make the best of my strength. Although Senior's forgotten who he really is, I feel familiar and comforting with the aura that around him. According to Aunt, Senior might be an ancestor who's closely associated to me.
Well, that's enough of this, I think. Since I've forgotten all about it myself, I reckon that it's not that important. I can tell that you're not blessed by the Sea Deity, and it seems that you took a lot of effort to enter into this dream. Are you here for MingYue?
Yes, no matter how hard we've tried, we still can't wake MingYue up, so...
Again, I'm sorry to have you and the others worried. As soon as I've completed this song, I'll go back with you, Senior.
Song? What song?
It's the one thing that Senior remembers. Although Senior's forgotten all about who he really was in the past, somehow, this song still rings a bell.
It's enough for me to cleanse those evil spirits here. The past's not important, if you ask me. So don't bother yourself about it too much. MingYue, will you...
I've got it! Since Senior still remembers, it must mean that this song was written right before a farewell. It is not the grief of parting in it, but a promise for a reunion instead. I think I know what this song should be. Please listen to it.
Oke, monster udah pada nggak ada.
Did I get it right, Senior?
Quite alike, I'd say.
So, there are still slight differences.
Don't lose heart, MingYue. I'm sure that you'll be able to think of something after we've left this dream. And then, you'll be able to play it to Senior next time you're here.
You're right, Senior. Next time, I'll...
How headstrong. All things must come to an end. Am I not right? So, like I've said, there's no need for you to bother yourself about it too much. And even if you can write the same song, it won't be exactly the same as the one played by the echoes of songs back in the day.
Echoes of songs?
It's time for both of you to leave, I'm afraid. Those evil spirits are coming again. Do remember this, MingYue. It's not good to have your friends worried about you.
Echoes of songs.
Tadi ngomong apa
Echoes
sih?
of songs and evil spirits. Could it be that this is the dream of ancestor Chao Wen?
Bring me my notes. The ones that have MingYue's dreams recorded on them.
Allow me.
Ngapain pakai acap otomatis?
Can I have a look at these notes?
Suit yourself.
Mungkin nanti gue baca lagi deh, gue nggak tahu. Karena gue udah terlalu panjang videonya. Kalian bisa baca sendiri, di pause videonya kalau kalian pengen baca. Tapi gue yakin kalian pun nggak bakal ngerti kan pakai bahasa Indonesia yang sentolop.
Okay. At the start of today's dream, I was, as usual, assisting Senior in cleansing the evil spirits. And I can clearly feel that Senior's strength is getting weaker and weaker. And recently, he told me that all things must come to an end. Does it mean that he'll soon...
A hero always puts the interests of others above all, and never ever thinks about those of their own.
According to what you said, MingYue, every time you dreamed of that elder, there would be evil spirits as well, right?
Yes, the Seniors be cleansing those evil spirits in the dream day after day.
Tadi MingYue-nya pas baru selesai keluar dari mimpi, itu dia ngomong, terus ya nggak sengaja sama gue pencet quest.
Can you see something from that note?
Semakin sering mimpi, dia terkait dengan perubahan divine power.
The Sea Folk Saintess can talk to Ancestor. They can only read their ancestors' thoughts once awakened. In these 2 years, she's having the same dream too frequently, which is disturbing.
Aduh, ini gue minta bantuan, gue bukan yang nggak mau bantu, cuma lagi quest.
There are evil spirits in the dream.
Biarin aja.
Somehow their numbers are increasing. Could it be the former High Priest Tsi's prophecy from a millennium ago is about to come true? Tsi, the former High Priest, once foretold that peace and tranquility of Aquatic Bay would be shattered in a millennium. It's been over 1,300 years now. As MingYue said, he repels evils and is obsessed with echoes of songs. It makes sense of his ancestor Chao Wen.
Is this Echoes of Songs an artifact of Chao Wen, the ancestor of the Sea Folk?
An artifact? It's not something like that.
Echoes of Songs is one of the most famous conch flutes of the Sea Folk. It was owned by ancestor Hai Chenyin, ancestor Chao Wen's beloved. Well, the story between ancestor Chao Wen and ancestor Hai Chenyin is a legend known to all the Sea Folk. Ancestor Hai Chenyin was a saintess from the Hai family. She was the chief musician, had an excellent command of astronomy, and an expert in the art of crafting. Her unparalleled beauty has been depicted in different art forms within the Sea Folk's history, and ancestor Chao Wen was believed to be the incarnation of the sea deity himself in Cloud Song. And ancestor Chao Wen was believed to be the incarnation of the sea deity himself in Cloud Song. He who saved the Sea Folk from numerous tempests. When Shen the Corruptor invaded us, it was ancestor Chao Wen that gave his life to have him suppressed with a sea-tearing strike from the sea deity's halberd, so that the tempest, the most devastating one that befell the Sea Folk, would be stopped.
Oh, this is the sea deity's departure, right?
Yes, exactly. And the sea deity's eye, the shrine of the Sea Folk, where we're standing at the moment.
Ini gue jujur nggak terlalu merhatiin karena agak bete questnya. Ceritanya agak bosan untuk gue. Mungkin bagus, cuma gue nggak tahu. Untuk gue nggak terlalu ini. Gue lebih suka dua cerita sebelumnya, yang dimana dia tes petualang, sama satu lagi yang nyelamatin monyet-monyet itu.
As long as the sea deity's halberd is with us, the ancestors are with us, and no disaster befalls Aquatic Bay. After the sea deity passed on, ancestor Hai Chenyin disappeared. Some say that she led a vagrant life since then and took her last sleep on the route. Some say that she returned to the glorious sea alone by herself. Some even say after she breathed her last breath, she became a piece of coral on the sea floor. This way, she'd never ever be apart from sea deity.
Okay.
So, this is the so-called the calamity of Shen the Corrupt.
Kemarin tuh agak bertele-tele juga, cuman terlalu bertele-tele banget questnya. Main questnya.
Yes, that calamity caused ancestor Chao Wen and ancestor Hai Chenyin to be parted forever. If it's true that the strength of the sea deity's halberd will soon be exhausted, the evil spirits that have been sealed within it will all be released. And once again, the exact same disaster from a millennium ago will befall Aquatic Bay.
Lamenting over this will not solve anything. Or this is all you know how to do now, Eldest Master?
And I'd like to go check if there's something wrong in the sight of the sea deity's halberd. And I haven't performed the routine ritual for today.
And here I thought you'd already forgotten all about it.
Oke, apa lagi nih?
Go.
Where are you going, MingYue? It hasn't been long since you've finally woken up.
I'd like to check if there's something wrong in the sight of the sea deity's halberd. Also,
It's my duty as the saintess of the sea folk to pray to the sea folk's artifact each day.
Are you sure that you're rested enough? As far as I can tell, it's a way to the mind to go in and out of others' dreams. Or...
That's very nice of you, Senior Dormu. But the site of the sea deity's halberd is in the heart of the shrine. I'm not sure...
Suit yourself.
Sorry, kepencet terus karena gue kira teks dialognya udah selesai.
Yin, be careful, okay? After all, wasn't long since you fully recovered from your wounds. Please, take good care of her for me, all right? I'll go tell Father about this dream. He needs to hear it. If it's true that the strength of the sea deity is running out, then we must be ready for what'll come as soon as possible.
Please follow me. As I've said, the sea deity's halberd is in the heart of sea deity's eye.
Alright.
I'm curious, MingYue. Why does Shifeng, the eldest master, call you Yin?
When I was little, I was named Yin. MingYue was named afterwards by Aunt.
Oh my god, I can see your underwear, MingYue.
No matter how far the distance is between my family and me, as long as we're able to see the very same moon in the sky, then...
Please, I don't wanna behind you. I can see your... Oh my god. I wanna in front of you. I don't wanna see that. Tombak sigat. Ooh.
Aunt would lay a piece of blood coral in front of the sea deity's halberd each day as a token of reverence for the departed ones. No more bloodshed, no more war, no more tempest with howling wind and torrential rain, no more. At the far end of the sea, the birthland awaits us, a land of dreams, the glorious sea. Here we are, the sole and only remains that Ancestor Chao Wen left us with. Yes,
Aduh, sorry.
they're sealed within the sea deity's halberd. I'm relieved. Nothing seems off with the sea deity's halberd.
I'll go check the sea deity's halberd as well.
Huh? Please, don't! Are you alright? As legends have it, the sea deity's halberd is untouchable apart from its masters, Ancestor Chao Wen and Ancestor Hai Chen-yin. There might be a serious consequence for those who touch it.
Nothing. I'm startled, that's all. Oh, see? Is there text on it?
An ancient character of the sea folk, Yin.
Wow. It never occurred to me that you'd be able to read the ancient texts of the sea folk, Senior Dormu. You're truly an adventurer of great knowledge. Yes, that's the name of its forger. Sea Deity's halberd was forged for Ancestor Chao Wen by Ancestor Hai Chen-yin. Do you know? Its original name, Clear Moonlight. After the shipwreck, it's being called Sea Deity's halberd instead.
As to the masses, the heroic figure is nothing more than a symbol. Who cares about the truth and their names?
Sekarang kalian ngerti kan kenapa gue protes dengan teksnya. Lihat yang dinyanyiin dia dengan teksnya.
Is this the song from that dream?
Uh-huh. I can't help but think that the senior I met in that dream is Ancestor Chao Wen. I don't know why, but I feel familiar and comforting with the aura that he carries.
Well, speaking of songs, as a matter of fact, we've come all the way to Aquatic Bay not only to visit you, but also for a song.
Oh, what song? I might be of some help, I think. I've heard a lot of songs since I was little.
Gagal. Gue gak terlalu intar loh. Treng terlalu. Oke. Oke.
Yes, there's no mistaking. This is the song Senior always wanted to listen to once more. Rhythms, melodies, emotions, and feelings, they're all the same. Although the intonations are kind of different. Wait, I get it. It's an ancient intonation from 1,300 years ago. Its tune is so much like that of the C-suite as well. No, it's not like. It's a continuation of the C-suite. It's true that Senior is Ancestor Chao Wen, the one who saved the sea folk 1,300 years ago.
But why does Chao Wen, the ancestor of the sea folk, have something to do with the art of fate telling?
The art of fate telling?
Kamu memberitahu MingYue tentang vision dan keputusan roda nasib.
The art of fate telling, scriptures, the wheel of fortune. Well, they all sound incredible. However, I've never heard that Ancestor Chao Wen shares some kind of connection with the Wheel of Fortune.
As I've observed, this silent corridor promises a lot of books. Maybe we can learn something from them.
Oh, those books are for my light reading, and also Aunt's notes, so I don't think we're able to find the Sea Folk's ancient books here. But the conch house comprises a lot of books and historical records, as well as antiquities. I'll go ask for Aunt's permission, and then we'll go there to see if we can find any clues. But the art of fate telling and the prophecy...
Ini.
I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but could it be that your dream is a foretelling of the turmoil Aquatic Bay is about to face?
Wait, can you hear music?
How's the sight of the sea deities, Halbert?
No signs of any damage. Also, the strength of the sea deity's halberd is still intact.
How about the coral then?
Itu suara apa sih berisik banget?
And they're about to have the entire site carpeted with them. Speaking of which, Aunt, you're playing this song again.
Oh, you don't like it?
Oh, come on. You're already in bad health.
Hmm.
It'll be even worse if you always play such a sad song. Right? See? Senior also said so.
Ada gak kebuka lagi apa tuh, nggak ngerti gue.
Aside from musical notes, music contains emotions and feelings as well. I can sense from this tune a sentiment of longing, the strongest one that I've ever known. A deep-seated affection might indeed hurt you, High Priestess. Why not move on?
A word of advice. Don't meddle in others' affairs. Well, since you've come all the way here for MingYue, now that you found her, you might as well go back with her.
Can I?
You're not a child anymore, and I know that it's always been your dream to step out of Aquatic Bay to see the spectacular scenery of the outside world. Such being the case, I don't want to impose. As I see it, if I force you to stay, you're soon likely to develop a grudge against me.
I'll never be like that. I mean, as much as I'd like to go, I'm afraid that the chief will...
Don't worry. He's been kind of busy these days, and I doubt that he'll have the time to attend to you. One more thing. Take the books and notes I've organized over the years with you. I'm sure that they'll be of help. Although, you might find some unimportant items among them from time to time, which, well, are at your disposal. And this conch flute, I remember that you always wanted it. Here, take it as well. I'm sure that you know how to take good care of yourself, so I'll say no more.
Okay.
Aunt, thanks! Oh, we need to go to the conch house first, though. Actually, aside from visiting me, they'd also come to Aquatic Bay to research a song.
I knew it. You came all the way here not only for MingYue, but also for some other end. Or otherwise it won't explain the time and trouble it's taken. As to you, MingYue's only a friend. I don't know how you have the nerve to ask this troublesome matter from her.
Come on, Aunt, don't say that. Did you know? If I'm not mistaken, that song's relevant to Ancestor Chao Wen. I remember clearly that in the dream, Ancestor Chao Wen always wanted to hear that song once more.
Who'd have imagined that the incarnation of the sea deity would obsess over a song? I doubt that the sea folk will still worship him as a deity after they learn that this ancestor of theirs is that sentimental.
Aunt seems to be a little bit off today. Could it be that...
Yep.
Probably.
Okay.
We'll be able to find the legends of Ancestor Chao Wen and Ancestor Hai Chen from the Sea Folk's ancient books. As there are too many of them, I recommend that we split up.
Split up, you know, do nothing. I do all of the text, you know. Oke, satu lagi mana?
Well, I'm sure that this is all we can find. It turns out that neither Ancestor Chao Wen nor Ancestor Hai Chen has relations with the Adventurers Guild of that time, let alone the three divine artifacts.
Well, I'd say it's already fruitful for us to learn that somehow Chao Wen and Hai Chen have something to do with it. We should get back to the Adventurers Guild tomorrow. Maybe the others have found something new.
Aduh, hidung gua sakit banget.
How about you come with us to the Adventurers Guild tomorrow, MingYue?
No, I can't. And for that, I'm sorry. I can't leave Aquatic Bay at this time. It's not that the chief doesn't allow me to, it's... As you've already known, the number of the evil spirits in the dream is increasing. In consideration of the prophecy of Sea Chief, the former high priest, and what Aunt said earlier, I'm afraid that if something bad is bound to happen soon on Aquatic Bay, I have to stay. I'll try to convince the chief and Aunt one way or the other. If the prophecy of Shi-Chi, the former high priest, is about to come true. As the saintess of the Seafolk, I have to face it with all the others. Alright, enough of this. Since you're here in Aquatic Bay, I'd like to perform the duty of a hostess. Midnight snacks on me!
Alright, on you, let's go! Let's eat MingYue, I mean the snack. Masih panjang kayak ini.
So, how's the grilled eel with honey? One of the local specialties of Aquatic Bay.
With honey? Aha, honey.
Quite tasty. It's odd, though. I've been here to Aquatic Bay several times myself, but I never noticed this cuisine.
Aha! This is made to order. The taste between the Seafolk and those in Sulan are way different. It took me a long time to get used to it. So, considering that the traditional foods of the Seafolk might not agree with you, I've specially asked the chef to cook this very dish for you.
It took you a long time to get used to it?
Uh-huh. When I was little, I used to live in Sulan City with my father. One day, the chief found that I had the strength of the saintess, so I was taken back here to Aquatic Bay.
Oh, how about your father then?
Well, father was an adventurer. Mother set sail in search of the glorious sea. I was asked to stay in Aquatic Bay, since father felt no attachment to Sulan. He soon left and went on a tour around the world. He'd send me his journal each month, and then he'd tell me where he's been, what kind of scenery he'd seen in that month.
So, in order to get back to Aquatic Bay, your birthplace, you were separated from your parents as a kid.
Yes. Also, Chaoyue's father had set sail for the glorious sea and never returned. So did Aunt's beloved. Sometimes I can't help but think that, in comparison with the moon in the sky, the glorious sea is much farther. In order to realize this impossible wish, a lot of seafolk have been forced to leave behind their loved ones. Is this really worth it?
Compared to those who surround us from morning to night, the birthland and the faith are no doubt too far away.
Well, since we're having this conversation, I've always wondered, where were you born, Senior Duamu?
I was born in the northern realm.
The Northern Realm?
I remember. Father mentioned in his journal that the northern realm in Cloudsong is called Yanhui. Further to it is the territory of the Nord Wolves and the Spirit Realm. According to him, the Yanhui County is a desert of scorching weather. No steeds able to traverse it. No swans capable to fly across. Is that true?
Sort of. Let's turn in early, shall we? We still need to find clues to that song tomorrow, which, as I've foreseen, will be far more tiring.
Oke. Pemuda Utara. Pemuda yang sudah tidak muda lagi. Ini belum selesai loh kawan-kawan, masih panjang banget. Yang cantik akan maju ke depan. Yuhu. I choose MingYue. Bersama melihat bulan terpisah ribuan mil. Ini lagu yang tadi kan? Apa itu disensor? Akan beristirahat. Semua sungai sangat panjang, tidak bisa diseberangi. Sorry. Gue sendawa. Tapi gue coba untuk tahan, kawan-kawan.
Earthquake! It's an earthquake!
The source of this sudden quake lies in the sea deity's eye.
And it's still inside Silent Corridor. I'll go find her. Please, will you and Senior Duanmu help take care of the wounded for me?
Oke.
High Priest Saichi's prophecy. It's coming true.
God dang it. Go away from there.
Stay calm, everyone. Please stay away from the cliffs and the trees at the site of the sea deity's halberd. Since there's a sudden quake in the aquatic bay, the chief, the eldest master, the high priestess, and the saintess will all go there to offer sacrifices to the sea deity's halberd. The artifact.
MingYue, where's MingYue?
At the site of the sea deity's halberd. Since there's a sudden quake in the aquatic bay, the chief, the eldest master, the high priestess, and the saintess will all go there to offer sacrifices to the sea deity's halberd. The artifact of the sea deity.
Let's go. Ini bentar, ini ada kuning-kuning mulu dari tadi. Ini apa? Lelang, udah selesai kan lelangnya? Ya. Oh my god, ada apa?
And the calamity for
MingYue, what happened?
Senior, and also Senior Duanmu.
I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that the evil spirits that invaded us have been sealed within the sea deity's halberd. If the sea deity's halberd has been destroyed, then things will be out of control, and the calamity from a millennium ago will reoccur.
After the shipwreck, it's been over a millennium since the sea folk settled. Who would have imagined that the sea folk of today have become this weak? They don't have the courage to face another disaster. They counted on a departed hero from over a millennium ago to take care of things for them.
What sort of nonsense is this?
Am I not right? You said so yourselves. As long as the sea deity's halberd is with you, then the peace and tranquility of Aquatic Bay will be maintained. And you've done so as well. Worship him as a heroic figure, as the incarnation of the sea deity. It's been over 1,300 years since the shipwreck, which means he's guarded Aquatic Bay in this abyss for over 1,300 years.
Oke, gue melotot gara-gara kejadian ini.
Have any of you ever thought about obliterating the evil spirits? Have any of you ever thought about giving him peace?
You're the high priestess of the sea folk, Weeblard, and it's your sworn duty to protect the interests of Aquatic Bay above all. Have you ever thought about that? If the seal on the sea deity's halberd is lifted, the entire sea folk will suffer. And will that not be on your hands?
Huh. Put the interests of Aquatic Bay above all, huh? How high-sounding. I've already heard the very same words from the sea deity himself, over 1,300 years ago.
Oke, dia jadi jahat. Tidak mungkin tombak sigah tempat tinggal, bagaimana gue bisa bla bla bla. Tidak, bahkan saat leluhur tidak ada yang masih hidup. Tidak ada yang bisa menggunakan tombak sigah. Sorry kawan-kawan, hidung gue sakit banget. Han MingYue. Loh,
This is impossible. It can't be. It's a legend of a millennia ago, over 1,300 years ago. How does the most inspirational legend of the aquatic bay end up in such a twisted state?
And you've been with Ancestor Chaowen in this state for over a millennium? You know full well that he's been cleansing the evil spirits in the dream till today. So you've waited and waited.
and waited, and waited. Osin Echo.
Please stop! Ancestor Nyanyian, if the evil spirits inside Sea Deity's Albert is released, then Aquatic Bay will be destroyed, and the Simmer Sea will be tainted with blood. You were there during the shipwreck, weren't you? How can you shatter the peace that Ancestor Chaowen earned at the cost of its life?
Huh. Are you afraid?
What Shi Ji, the former high priest, foretold is a nightmare to the Seafolk. As a heroic figure of the Seafolk, how can you be the one to bring that terror onto us?
You're afraid of another disaster, so you bound a departed soul as God. Since then, all the burdens have been imposed on him. Bearing the name of Sea Deity, he has no choice but to carry the fear of the Seafolk on his shoulders. Now, at last, the last bit of his soul is about to be burned off. Although, on the surface, he's been worshipped as Sea Deity, in effect, he's nothing more than a sacrifice to destiny, an expendable. For me, he is always Chaowen, someone I hold dear. That's all.
Since she's been apart from her loved one for more than a millennium, I'd bet that she really wants to meet him again.
Aku bilang adalah hal yang paling
However,
penting.
we can't just stand here and watch. If she gets her way, it's hard to say what will happen to the outside world.
Setelah 1000 tahun terpisah dari orang yang dicintainya, dia pasti sangat ingin bertemu dengannya. Tapi jika dibiarkan, tidak tahu apa yang akan terjadi di luar sana. Aku BTB yang lebih penting, semoga bisa bertemu lagi. Aku betik. Oke. Kemudian yang kedua.
If Ancestor Chaowen was still alive, I'm sure that he wouldn't want to see this.
I'm the head of the Seafolk. The lives of the Seafolk depend on me. I'll maintain the peace and tranquility of Aquatic Bay, the homeland for the Seafolk of today, at all costs, even if it means...
Sorry, Arnold. Gue sambil ngeliat rekaman sedikit.
I'm willing to commit this crime.
Oke. Spirit di dalam bisa dipotong nggak? Nggak bisa.
Please don't forget, you, Nyanyian, are the ancestor of the Seafolk. Stop now. You can still make this right.
Well, well, well. Now you have the courage to force my hands, huh? Why don't you have the courage to face the evil spirits out there in the seabed? Huh. The strength of tides and currents of this site's been in slumber for so long now. It's time for you all to revive. Heed my call.
Burning?
No, these are... No, these are not sacrifices to the Sea Deity.
Oh my god. Peraturan coding voice ininya kacau.
This is the strength of tides and currents that's been accumulated for over a millennium.
Holy mama. Be careful. Lemes banget.
One that threatened the world over a millennium ago. He falls upon us once again.
Allah, Allah, Allah.
It's been a millennium. Since I've been sealed with the Sea Deity's halberd with the helm of the Sea Orb, it's been a millennium.
Oh my god. Gue kenapa nggak bisa nyerang? Gue masuk ke dalam sini, tau nggak lo?
For the disgrace you brought me
Tolong.
for over 1,300 years.
Weh. Aduh, gue masuk lagi kan, nyemplung lagi. Gak bisa lompat, nyebelin ya.
You want to fully purify the shadow of... Do you know that's... What could a mere title spirit do? You think you could command this 1,300 years old divine power with that broken body?
Let's give it a go then. Sea deity's curse. Seal. You.
Ah. Legenda klan Sea Frog. 1000 tahun lalu sih, oke. Dari kapal yang karam, oke. Tombak terjatuh, badai berhenti, aman berpencap, bulan bersinar.
1,000 years later, Aquatic Bay once again witnessed another strike that consumed a hero's soul.
Oke, ini seru pasti terakhirnya. Awal-awalnya bete banget, serius. Bertemu kembali setelah waktu lama.
This is light?
Imprisonment of time will only stop the aging. It won't make you immortal. You'll be turned into something else. Something like a rock. You'll be weathered, eroded away over the next few centuries. The next millennium. Is this really what you wish for? To linger in this world in such a miserable state? Even I can't imagine what kind of price you'll pay. Are you sure that in the distant future, at the end of time, you'll never ever be seized with remorse?
Who can tell what will happen tomorrow? All I know is that if I don't do this now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
You'd like to set him free, right? Or meet him once again?
Yes, I need to meet him once more, whatever it takes. For all those moments that he failed me, he owes me at the very least.
All right.
Handed down echoes of songs to you, MingYue?
Ah, the conch flute. The one that Aunt gave me earlier.
Oke. Sudah kumpul satu petunjuk. Apa ini?
Is the past recorded in history the real past?
Sudah kumpulkan satu petunjuk. Ini gue harus ngapain? Batal apa sih? Ini gue pencet ininya. Aku nggak ngerti. Tidak terlihat segitu warna merah. Scotch flute. Scotch flute untuk MingYue dari ocean. Kumpulkan satu petunjuk. Ini gue nggak ngerti gue harus ngapain. Ternyata warna merah api. Ya, terus kenapa? Ya terus gue harus ngapain di sini, bingung gue jadinya kan. Kali sini gue biasa kan suruh mencet gini doang. Ini biasa bisa truk gitu, ini enggak. Tuh. Oh. Ternyata harus di elus-elus biar merah. Mana gua tahu, Bambang. Oke, setuju.
After a separation of more than 1,000 years, once again, clear moonlight and echoes of song are together. So are Aunt and Ancestor Chaowen. Now they're finally able to be with each other forever. This time, not even time or death might separate them.
Salah pencet quest kan.
As clear moonlight breaks, what once marked Aquatic Bay vanished into thin air. Huh? What's this? I remember this is...
Huh? Are you okay, Senior Duanmu?
No, it's nothing.
Senior Duanmu seems a little bit off. Why?
Come on, let's get out of here. No matter what they'd like us to do, to mourn, to feel ashamed, or to regret, it doesn't concern us anymore.
Okay.
Before the ancestors' departure, a prophecy was left to us. Purifying the shadow of Shen, the corruptor, is not the end of all this. The seal from a millennium ago is not unbreakable. Since the seal on the sea deity's halberd is no more, it's likely that in the following decades, something unforeseen might occur around the surface of the ship.
When that time comes, it will be our duty to defend Aquatic Bay. We'll finish what the ancestors have started.
You're the saintess of the Seafolk, the one and only, the inheritor of ancestor Hai Chen Yi, MingYue. What's your plan for the future?
I'd like to leave Aquatic Bay. Aunt's gone. It's meaningless for me to stay in Silent Corridor anymore. I'd like to travel across Cloud Song, to go through different kinds of things, to fight for myself, for ourselves, like Aunt once did. Only in this way can I improve into a true saintess.
After everything that's happened, I can tell that you're not a child anymore. Perhaps I should have allowed you to leave Aquatic Bay a long time ago, for you to discover who you are, what you want to protect, and your reason to fight.
Does this mean you agree?
Yes, but with one condition. I'll allow you to travel to Cloud Song, but you'll have to return to Aquatic Bay in 1 year to assume your responsibility as the saintess.
I'm not gonna going back, kata si MingYue-nya.
How stingy.
Alright, let's get back to the Adventurers Guild together.
Yes, let's go, Duanmu.
Since the shard we found inside the sea deity's halberd seems special, we might need to ask the President and Mr. Chin about its origin.
Some say that ancestor Hai Chen disappeared, and some say that she's returned to the glorious sea.
No, I bet that she's become a shining gem on the seafloor.
Why?
She's devoted to the sea deity, isn't she? If that's so, I'm sure that she'll be reluctant to separate herself from him. Don't you think?
Don't mind them. They're too young to understand the cruelty of fate and the sense of helplessness one would feel in the face of it.
No, they don't need to. I'm sure that those bright, innocent smiles are the reason why Aunt and Ancestor Chao Wen were willing to sacrifice themselves for Aquatic Bay. I wish that they will never have to know what it feels.
Yep. Lah kok jadi bahasa Chinese? Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't understand it. Pakai duaan itu.
不必谢，同病相怜吧。谁让你我都有个不省心的兄弟？
Yep. Gua nggak ngerti. Tadi ini pakai macet ya kan? Macet yang tidak penting gitu loh. Oke.
We're back, President Senior. We found this in Aquatic Bay.
Kamu memberikan Master Kin dan Long Hee segala yang tentang Aquatic Bay, oke?
These tainted emotions and feelings, the confusion of causes and effects. As I see it, this shard should have some sort of relationship with the three divine artifacts. As expected.
When I touched the shard, I saw something through the art of fate telling. Although it was kind of blurry, it had the shape of a dragon, I think.
A dragon? Could it be a dragon sigil?
If it's truly a dragon sigil, this might be something out of the ordinary. It's likely related to the spirit realm, and even the dragons.
Gue lagi gigit-gigit tutup minyak angin, tau nggak? Karena gue bete banget lama. Atau plok. Masuk ke mulut semua itu ya. Pedes.
When something is rarely seen,
gue bete abisnya lama banget.
That this something doesn't exist.
Yes, there are very few records in this world on the dragons. But no, this doesn't mean that the dragons don't exist. Brave the unknown, adventurers. According to what I know, there are a total of 9 dragons in this world, and at least 7 of them are still kind of active in recent times.
As far as I can recall, there are very few records here in the Adventurers Guild regarding the legends about dragons. As thus, I suggest that we go look for them at the Great Tree Library.
But what about the shard then?
Well, we still need strong evidence before we're able to ascertain the origin of this shard, don't we? At least, we'll have to refer to some books before we reach a conclusion. Am I right, Mr. Chin?
Sharp-tongued.
Well, tell you what. I'll look into the origin of this shard with Chin. Once we find something, we'll inform you immediately. Now get some rest for today. The three of you, okay? And then, go to the mountain village tomorrow for the Legends of Dragon.
It's settled, then. Let's meet at the Tree of Fate in the Sea of Flowers tomorrow morning, shall we? And then, we'll go to the mountain village.
Oke, dapat kan? Oke, selesai kawan-kawan. Aduh. Aksi double ya dapatnya ya. Apa aksi single? Kan aku single. Apa aksi dance? Enggak. Gua nggak tahu apa yang gua dapat. Oke, selesai. Gila pegel gua mainnya. Walaupun gua nggak baca sebenarnya, cuma lama banget. Jadi ya, gue sampai sini kawan-kawan. Makasih yang nonton, jangan lupa subscribe. Gue akan lanjut di lain waktu. Makasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.
Ohayo. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. いつ見てるかわか